got
Yeah,
Queens in the building.
Word. Yes, sir.
Am I allowed to talk
word, my guy.
about Big K murder with you? Am I allowed to speak to you about that? You're in the middle of a lot of controversy conversations, sir. Well, sir, come on.
Why you say that?
We're not doing that, sir. You see what's not going on with Slave Summer and everything. You know, come on, DNA. We not. Don't act. I hate when you battle rappers do that. Don't do that, DNA. I feel like y'all will be. I see everything. Don't do that.
No, I mean, I see it, but
somebody said the bloggers running battle rap. That's crazy. The bloggers running battle rap?
Huh? I guess. I don't know. Listen, man, I was doing an interview with Swade. You know what I mean? He asked me that question, and I answered it. You know what I mean? I understand both sides, but I really, if we being unpolitical, I really don't see what the problem is. If somebody say, like, if I'm doing an album release party and it's for my album, you know what I mean? If I'm in a good mood, I could let people talk about other people's albums while I'm there. But if I want to be like, yo, that's not what we talking about. That's not what we talking about.
Sir, terrible analogy. Let me give it to you right here. This is more like the East Coast, West Coast wars. All right? When Tupac is dropping the album, you cannot talk about Biggie Smalls in the East Coast niggas in a West Coast facility.
Yeah, but I don't like that. That's a terrible analogy because you're making it seem like it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Like when you say East Coast, West Coast, now you act like it's like they got a real problem. Like it's battle rap.
Lawsuits involved. Alleged lawsuits involved.
Yeah, but that's business. Like this my whole thing. Everybody can't make. Listen, right? When you're conducting business, right? If I got Get Money and Drink Water clothing line, and somebody goes and steals my shit, you can't follow street protocols handling that. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna punch everybody in the face that starts wearing my shit? No. So I don't need it. So to me, that's why it's business. Like now, if somebody got punched, shot at, stabbed, then it would be a little more. But all of it comes back to business. So what I'm saying is like business-wise, I could fuck with mad people's albums. But I could also not want you to cover nobody else's album because mine's is out right now. That's why I use that analogy, because I didn't want to make it that deep. It's like, right now, the focus is on me. So I understand that, but then I understand Swade, like, yo, you know what I mean? I done put my pain in the game. I done been here, supported, doing whatever. Let me just ask this little question. So
let me just say before we wrap it up here in this conversation, I don't want nobody, I'm not mad at Nunu Nels, because she's made it known who she rides for. So I want people to know DNA. I'm not mad at her at all. At all. She and Sue Surf. Let's be real. She's doing what Norbs used to do back in the day. If we keep it at 100, DNA. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Your man Charlie Clips, man. Talk to me, man.
Yo, what's up with you, man? We gotta talk to you. You be going crazy.
I be going crazy, D.
You know I keep the files just like you.
Why? Because you take a career serious and you don't lose 3 in a row? Continue, sir. Go ahead.
No, not that. That's what you're supposed to talk about. You can say you felt like you lost, the material is not good. I've seen you call clips of Herb before. That's crazy. That's crazy.
How many years ago was that?
Like, it seems personal. 3, you should have never did that, though, and I respect you. I hold you in high regard when it comes to that. That's why I say, yo, it seems like some Stephen A. Kyrie shit. But, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But I get everybody's concern, but I'll say this, though, right? I feel like going into the jazz battle, they was tired of hearing Clips freestyle. Like, they made up their mind. If he does, no, not if he does it and he's not prepared. If he does it at all, we not fucking with him. Because when the battle started, he freestyled, and I was there live. They wasn't trying to hear it at all, and he had prepared material, but he went left because as soon as he started freestyling.
So let me ask you, that's your man's in them. I've been watching you two since y'all was sitting on the couch doing blogs, watching you and K Shine, and y'all making jokes and everything. We not doing that. You hear the raps before you go on stage. True or false, sir?
Sometimes I him. Sometimes I don't. At this stage, back in the day, I used to hear all of them. But you know now everybody thinks like just because you know you brothers with somebody, they think I'm with him every day. I'm making a move. I go places, people are asking, yo, where's he at? I don't know. My nigga, I don't know where he's at. So nah, bro. And especially when I got my own battle, my own life, I got my own family. Sometimes like this time, I really didn't hear that much of his material because we got out there, he was doing his thing, I was doing mine, and then, you know what I mean, I heard like a little bits and pieces of the first, and I thought it was, I liked it. Like in that first round, that whole three,
and the Moses line was hot fire too.
That was hard. No, but the repercussion was in the first, and
no, we're not doing that. We know he's going to Nat King Cole. We know what he's going to go into, DNA.
So we act like we ain't know Jazz was going to talk about him being behind the battles. We know what everybody's going to talk about for that point. We knew I was.
But it's how you shuffle it up though. Like the prime example, you battle Casey, right? Your voodoo line was phenomenal, my nigga. That shit, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Just to sum it all up, like I said though, I feel like Clips gotta he gotta continue being him because I feel like everybody's killer instinct is different. Let me finish 3 because you're going crazy already. Like my killer instinct is I'm relentless. You know what I mean? I get angry. That's what people like from me. Clips cheat code is because he smiles, because he laughs at niggas. I just feel like, you know what I mean? He got to get to the point where he's not allowing the crowd.
We're talking about a guy who's been labeled goated, having issues with the crowd. It takes him over 10 years to realize now that the fan. And let me tell you something right quick. I feel the reason he says he got booed coming out. Is that true? That he got booed on the come out?
He didn't get booed, but
you know why?
Coming out.
Because of the two battles prior. I'm telling you, the Danny Myers battle, the Calico battle, niggas are looking at him like, all right, my nigga, what you got? I feel that way.
All right, but in the day,
no, they're not doing that. We're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. He lost to Calico, he lost Danny Myers. We're not doing that, man. We're not doing that. No.
See, and that's why I be saying you biased.
That's your man, but I'm biased.
You're biased. Listen, I'm coming from an objective standpoint. It's debatable. I'm not going to sit here and say that he clearly won because that's not how I feel. I'm not going to catch my man.
Give me something to talk about. All of a sudden, Smack says horror, and then he goes into Myers flips. Like him and Smack ain't sit down, and that wasn't well orchestrated together. That's what we doing.
But look what you doing. Look what you do. This is what I mean where bloggers be going too far. How do you know that happened or so if I did it though, would you say that? No. You'd be like, yo,
sorry, you had one of the worst fake chokes in battle rap history. We're not doing that.
I'm not talking about that though. I'm talking about if I go in a battle tomorrow and tell whoever, yo, give me this word, and I freestyle, you won't be saying that. You're not gonna go, yo, man, DNA.
So you don't find it ironic that Clips turns to Smack and said, yo, Smack, give me a word.
Three. When you're saying, have we been getting the best Charlie Clips? I'm gonna tell you no because I know him personally. But then if you ask me, can Charlie Clips freestyle and do that? I'm gonna tell you yes, my nigga. I know him. He could freestyle a whole battle if he wanted to. So could I. I mean, I don't think that's ideal to do in 2023, but he can. I don't think him and Smack got together and said, yo, I'm gonna come. My nigga, that nigga, I'm gonna be totally honest with you, he don't give a fuck that much to even do that. He's a whatever type of nigga. He's not going to nobody before. He's just gonna do whatever the fuck he wants when he gets there. That's just him, my nigga. He doesn't care.
Where did
you know what I mean? That nigga's different.
Where's the premonition now? Epiphany hit him today that he wanted to go on IG and let the battle rap community know that, hey guys, I'm not gonna freestyle no more in this Rosenberg War battle. What made him go in that bag?
Let me ask you, what's your issue with Clips? Let's start there. Because you have an issue. The way you're talking, I'm telling y'all, it's Stephen A. and Kyrie, man. Kyrie can drop 50, and Stephen A. is not
that man is not dropped.
Like how
first of all, that man has not dropped 50 since T-Rex. Let's be clear.
No, you're bugging. He dropped 50 against you. You're bugging. You're bugging.
Are we both in agreement that Charlie Clips' best three rounds, the best 3 rounds, 1, 2, 3, from Charlie Clips, so not against T-Rex?
Yes, but nigga, that's a 100-point game. That's a Wilt Chamberlain game. He still put up 50 with Lou, and he put up like 43 with Yoshi. Nigga, after them 2 battles, niggas was saying he was champion of the year last year. Like in the runnings, not saying he was the champion of the year, but I'm saying people had him in the top 5. And then the Calico battle, the Danny battle, and the Jazz battle is what started making people say, you know what I mean? Like, oh, nah, Clips is playing around. But before them battles, he went crazy. When I see, that's how I know you got it. Everybody, look, all the people.
I recap battles. I never say he went. I don't think he went. I think his last 3.
I'm gonna go watch the recap with you and Lou, and I'm gonna see if you was giving him props.
I'm not gonna compare his Lou material to T-Rex material, DNA. I'm just not gonna do that.
No, but what? That's all right. That's like comparing my Casey material to my Mickey Fax material. It's not the same. It's 2 different games, but I still put up 50. I may have put up 75 versus Mickey, but I put up like 60 versus Casey. It's 2 different games. It's still great games.
I got a raw 2-1. I got a raw 2-1 clear.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you though. For the pressure that people's putting on him, I feel like that's what he needs. Because now that people's talking shit, he's gonna feel motivated to get in his bag again. When he's comfortable, he's just gonna go out there because like no disrespect. Clips is really that good. So sometimes when niggas are that talented, they get lackadaisical and they need wake-up calls. You know what I mean? As much as it's not gonna ruin his day, I'm sure he don't like hearing, you know what I mean, what he's hearing that people are saying. So I'm pretty sure Rosenberg went on his own rant.
DNA, this is a man that was running with Cameron. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? He ran with Dipset, right? This is a man, after the Tay-Rock battle, it felt like he was goated after the Tay-Rock battle. This is a man, after that battle, went and beat 30 Averb in New York City. This is a man who rapped for 35 minutes against X Factor, neither here nor there, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
Limited.
All right? But all right. To me, there's been years before Champion of the Year, Clips could have had those awards. I was there a couple of times a year, right? So no one hates Clips. I think we all love Clips. We all know the man could have been the best in the world.
No. Everybody but you loves Clips.
He's supposed to be the best in the world, DNA.
Clips,
He's supposed to be the best in the world, in my opinion.
I know. But, all right, so you still didn't tell me what made you
they're not caring about battles. The talking through people's rounds. What more you want me to say, fam? He doesn't come prepared. He wanted to freestyle the whole 3rd round against Danny. Like, come on, why are we doing that, Clips?
But him and Danny is arguing for who's the best freestyler, my nigga. So what's the problem? That's what we doing, right? That's what we doing. What do you think
about him and Rosenberg Road? What do you think about that battle?
I think if you play around, it could get dangerous. You know what I mean? I think it could get dangerous. But I think if he doesn't play around, I don't think there's any Rosenberg Raw can win. You know what I mean? And that's I mean, Rosenberg Raw be putting up his numbers, but I'm saying against somebody.
Tell Clips I want to holler at him.
No.
Tell Clips I want to holler at him.
Huh? I'll tell him. I don't know if he wants to holler back. I'll tell him. But now when I told him everything, because I mean he really don't be on Twitter and shit. So I guess other people I'll be showing him some shit or whatever. But he was like, nah, tell 3 letters, you know what I mean? He's doing what he's doing. He said he loves it. He said he's paying. He said he's not stressing it at all.
All right, man.
So it's now, man. But that's the type. Nah, but you know what it is? It's great entertainment. Like I said, y'all doing that, his blog today, it was hilarious. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I mean, I definitely like it's hard for me to say that because, like I said, we got 2 different approaches. I feel like I said this on the Attitude Era podcast yesterday because we had him here. I feel like the relationship Clips got with the culture is like that teacher that knows that one student can be the best student, but they feel like, yo, that student is not living up to the potential, so they target him the most. But what I always tell people is that you gotta let people be what version of them they want to be. Believe it or not, Clips laughing and joking, even though the battles be nasty, he diffuses his opponents that way. That's his strong suit. Like me, that's not mine. Mine's is like I want to. I mean, look at I want to go for the kill.
Is it ever battle rapping, sir?
That's me. I can't flip. Not everybody. Rest in peace, Pat Stay. You know what I mean? He, of course, he didn't. You know what I mean? Not take battle serious, but I'm saying his defense was clowning. So I mean, everybody got a different approach. Jazz the rapper ain't coming for me.
Talk about Jazz in 1 second. Let me ask you a question. You and Casey, right? I feel like people.